Off Land's goal there for a moment, but he's back in the plate. Starter calls him in, off and racing. Race 2 is Division 1 of the 4-year-old Geldings, and as they go to the first of 14 fences, Land's Gold is dropped in at the tail of the field as Point of Difference wings the first fence in company there with Langage du Large. They're 1 and 2. They're the joint favourites at the off at 3-1 each of 2 at the off. The two horses who are 1 and 2 at the moment. In third place is Out in the Wild, and they're in turn being followed in fourth position by Lustig Don Gilbert. So they're travelling along through the first couple of furlongs on the way to the second of the 14 fences. Point of Difference and Langage du Large, they're 1 and 2. Out in the Wild is in third. Fourth place, Lustig Don Gilbert. And down there inside then in fifth place is Captain Ted. Further back in the field towards midfield we find the likes of Connemara Joe, and that one is also then being tracked by Stellar Charm, who's the first of the Monbeg horses in about 6th or 7th place, and alongside it is another Monbeg runner, that's Texan Outlaw. So here they come to fence number 2. Point of Difference and Brian Dunleavy from Derek O'Connor in second place. He's riding Langage du Large. So as they turn into the home straight towards the back of the field at the moment, we've got Tell No One, and in last place is Land's Gold. But swinging in now to face the first fence in the home straight. Point of Difference is there in front by half a length to in second place is Out in the Wild. Over in third on the near side is Langage du Large. They're being followed in fourth place Lustig Don Gilbert, who in turn is followed on the inside by Connemara Joe. Further back then to find in about 6th place the 25 horse, which is Stellar Charm, and that one is racing alongside with Earl's Court, who's down the inside for Rob James, and then Texan Outlaw. Further back then towards the tail of midfield we see Unknown God, who in turn then is followed also towards the back of midfield by Valtteri It's James. And the three at the tail of the field at the moment are Captain Ted in the light green colours, and the two back markers Tell No One and Land's Gold, the Mount of Barry O'Neill's. So they've all successfully jumped the first 4 fences. They're about to complete a mile of the race and now turn through the starting point once again. And Point of Difference shares the lead now with Out in the Wild, 1 and 2. They're being tracked in third place. The red cap on the inside, that's Lustig Don Gilbert for Luke Whitty. After that one in fourth place, only a couple of lengths down. Derek O'Connor, in fact, jumping into third there on Langage du Large. So the order now as they go on the level for 3 or 4 furlongs: Point of Difference, Langage du Large, and Out in the Wild, followed by Lustig Don Gilbert. Connemara Joe is next up, and then 6th place is Stellar Charm for Jack Hendricks, followed by Texan Outlaw, and Earl's Court continues to sit midfield. And then Captain Ted down the inside. Another one who is racing in the mid-pack there at about 9th place is Valtteri It's James and Shane Cotter. And the 3 now at the back of the field are Unknown God, who's followed by Tell No One and Land's Gold, who in fact has picked up 1 place, and that means our back marker is the Jimmy Kelly trained runner Tell No One, the son of Malinus. After a mile and a half, they're now about to come upon this next fence, which is number 7. Point of Difference by half a length from Langage du Large. Third place close up is Lustig Don Gilbert as they take it. Again, all stream over it safely. Fourth place, about 3 lengths down, is Out in the Wild for Adam Feeney. So back into the home straight for the second time. Point of Difference for the Doyle team, and Brian Dunleavy out-jumped there by Langage du Large, who really looks the part at the moment. This one trained by Sam Curling for Walter Connors. So Point of Difference, Langage du Large. They vie for the lead just ahead of Out in the Wild, and then disputing the 4th place is Stellar Charm alongside Lustig Don Gilbert. Next up then in 6th place, sneaking into the contest on the inside, Rob James and Earl's Court, who in turn then is followed by Texan Outlaw, who's followed by Valtteri It's James, and then a couple of lengths to Captain Ted, who's followed by Unknown God, and then last of that main group, a couple of lengths off the main group, is Land's Gold, and the one who's losing touch at the back is Tell No One. Out they Race now towards the back straight for the final time, about a mile to cover. 4 more fences to jump, point of difference, and Langage de Large. They're 1 and 2, followed by Out in the Wild, who is in a pocket there on the inside in 3rd place. 4th place, the red cap of Lustig Dongalbear, who's just ahead then of 2 Monbeg runners either side. They're Earl's Court and Stellar Charm at this next one. All streaming over safely, still no impact from Barry O'Neill and Lance Gold, who remains now the last one going because pulled up was Tell No One. So there's plenty of horses in contention. We started with 13, we're down to 12. And driving the train along in front here is Point of Difference from Langage de Large, one who's made a move there to go up between them is Jack Hendricks aboard Stellar Charm. They're 1, 2 and 3, followed down the inside, a close 4th by Out in the Wild. But as the pace picks up, Point of Difference now begins to crank it up a little bit. From in 2nd place is Langage de Large. In 3rd place we have got Out in the Wild. The effort of Stellar Charm appeared to be pretty short-lived, because as soon as he hit the front he's gone backwards in the space of a furlong to about 8th place. But it's still point of difference. Langage de Large, followed then in 3rd position is Out in the Wild, making ground through into 4th. We've got Texan Outlaw. So as they turn in with 2 fences left to jump, the market saw joint favourites at the off Point of Difference and Langage de Large, and they're up there fighting it out with Out in the Wild holding every chance, continuing to stay on as Texan Outlaw. But Point of Difference, Out in the Wild, is charging through in the centre. We lost Langage de Large, a faller for Derek O'Connor at the second last, and now it is Point of Difference and challenging Out in the Wild. They've gone on from in behind Earl's Court and Texan Outlaw, but over the last it's Point of Difference, and Brian Dunleavy has been to the fore throughout and is going to put up a nice polished performance here for the Dial camp. Point of Difference wins by 4 or 5. Second home was Out in the Wild. Third might just have went the way of Texan Outlaw from Earl's Court, and these 4 broke clear from the rest, who were led home by Valterri. It's James.
And the result of Division 1 of the 4-year-old Geldings. First, number 1. Second, number 9. Third, number 27. And fourth, number 30. So the result again, 1, 9, 27 from 30. And your distances for the first division, 4.5 lengths, 4.5 lengths, and a half a length. So it's 1, 9, 27 from 30, 4.5 lengths, 4.5 lengths, and a half a length. We welcome back in the winner of our first division, Point of Difference, ridden by Brian Dunleavy in the colours of Baltimore Stables for Mary Ellen Doyle. Well done to all connections. Now we welcome members of the Lynch family to present the Tom Lynch Memorial Trophy for the 4-year-old Geldings.